The offseason between the 2019 and 2020 NASCAR seasons has seen a number of eyebrow-raising moves that have changed the landscape of the sport so far as we know it. High upon this list is the retirement of Martin Truex Jr.'s crew chief Cole Pearn. It was unexpected, and the announcement was made public, of course, with a number of questions being raised. Top of the list was asking how Martin Truex Jr. would perform without the other half of his greatest driver-crew chief pairing in his career. An incredibly valid question, and it has no definitive answer to it. That's where I want to try to come in and figure this mystery out. Let's just lay out the facts here. Cole Pearn is far and away Martin Truex Jr.'s greatest crew chief in his career. And it's not recency bias that I'm saying this with, it's pure statistics. Truex has had 5 crew chiefs in his career that have partnered with him for a relatively long time. These being Kevin Mannion, Pat Ricin, Chad Johnston, Todd Bodine, and of course Cole Pearn. Pearn has 24 career wins in his 179 starts with Truex. Meanwhile, Johnston and Mannion each had 1 win apiece with Truex. The others never won with him. The devil, though, is in the details. Starting off with Mannion. While working with Truex, they both occupied the same dying DEI ship, so it's hard to judge really how good they would have been together. Over 4 years, they acquired a win, 12 top 5s, and 35 top 10s, averaging a 19th place finish. Next up was Pat Ricin for 50 races at MWR. With a growing team, the average finish was almost identical to how it was at DEI. He had an 18.8 with only 1 top 5 and 11 top 10s in those 50 races. Next up is Chad Johnston. The man partnered up with Truex at the height of MWR's performance as a team. Over this time, Truex's performance went up considerably. In 89 starts with Johnston, Truex broke a 6-year winless streak. He scored 16 top 5s and 40 top 10s while maintaining a 14.5 average finish, the best in a run in his career. The last crew chief before Pearn would be Todd Bodine. And in 37 races, the two went winless. They had 1 top 5, 5 top 10s, and they averaged a 20.2 average finish. Now, for the last 5 years, Truex has been one of the most elite drivers in the sport, with 24 wins, 70 top 5s, 110 top 10s, an average finish of 11.2, and he led 7,016 laps in that time. The key in the crew chiefs really unlocks the performance door when you compare the career statistics of Pearn versus all of the others. It's not a contest either. While Pearn had 24 wins in 5 years, no other crew chiefs that worked with Martin Truex Jr. have scored more than 8 wins in their multi-decade careers. Ricin and Bodine both have 8 career wins at the moment. Johnston now has 7 after he's worked for a few years with Kyle Larson. And Kevin Mannion has 5 wins, 1 with Truex and 4 with Jamie McMurray. Pearn is a crew chief on another level that Truex hadn't worked with ever in his career. In such a short amount of time, he had also gained comparisons to the likes of a young Ray Evernham or Chad Knaus in the making. Taking this into account, as well as the fact that Truex is turning 40 this year, would lead me to believe that Truex may have a major dip in performance soon. With that being said, in 2013, a 41-year-old Matt Kenseth won 7 times in his JGR team, and then 5 times in 2015 at the age of 43. The common denominator here being JGR and Toyota, who have a firm grip on Cup domination at the moment. With that baseline, Truex still very well may be a top-tier driver with the change on top of the box. With all of this being brought forward, the only thing that's left for this video is my final verdict. That all being said, I think, though, Truex is at the beginning of the fall-off for his career. He'll win races, and over the next couple years, he'll probably still win multiple races a year, but I think he's going to fail to keep up with his teammate Kyle Busch. But now, I want to leave it to you. Do you think Truex will fall off without Cole Pearn, or am I and others blowing this far out of proportion? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. And while you're at it, leave a like and subscribe for more great NASCAR content. And until next time, have a good one.